Hey guys, assalamu alaikum. Hope you're doing great. Nakash Adil back with another excited video tutorial. So in this video we're going to create a burning effect inside the Cinema 4D without using any plugin. We just use more graph effectors for that. Let me show you what we're gonna create here. Just hit play. So that's kind of effect we're going to create. So let me show you the darker version. You can see better. So that's what we're gonna create here. So let's go. So first of all, open Cinema 4D. I'm using Cinema 4D 2030. So let's create a simple plane and change the orientation to a z-axis and little bit taller, and make sure you have a lot of geometry on your 3D objects for make sure effect more appealing. So as you can see here, we have good amount of segment, but there is a problem. If we use this square geometry, it's also gonna work, but it's not looking that appealing because we need a randomness in this. So how we can do that? Just add polygon reduction and put your plane under polygon reduction. As you can see here, now you have a beautiful triangle polygon. Just press C here, editable, make it editable, and add subdivision. Now when you do that, you get more geometry. So we just increase one more time, press C, make it again editable, and here we have our final polygon. So that's looking great. For now we need to give our burning effect a direction. Let me show you what I mean. As you can see here in this video, our burning effect following that zigzag line because we give them direction through a spline. So how we can do that? Just simply create a empty spline and go in point mode, hold control and create a spline shape like that. So here we go. Okay, that's what we need now. Well, after that we just turn off the guard shading lines here. So now we just use more graph poly FX and take under our plane. We just rename it as our paper notepad. And as you can see here, after applying poly FX, nothing happened. So for seeing some result, we need to add a factor. We are going to use plane effector and rename it as plane scale because we need to use two effector. So that's why we need to rename it with so we can't get confused. So go in poly effects. As you can see here, after adding a factor, nothing happened because we need to apply it. Just go in poly effects, in a factor tab, just drag and drop this plane scale. As you can see here, it's go all the way up and nothing seems good. So we're going as because there is position. As you can see here, we have position and it's affect all our object, but we don't want like that. We want only the spline area get affected. How we can do that? First we need to uncheck this position and check the scale, and we just click on uniform scale and press -1. As you can see here, everything is vanished because we need to give them field. So we're going to click on field tab and use our spline as a field here. So as you can see here, something changed, but not that what we want. So click on spline, go down and change the distance mode from along to along and radius. As you can see here, that's what we want. So we just increase the radius a little bit and go down and change the range and from 100% to maybe 32% or a little bit less. That's looking great. So now we need to animate this single offset tab. So how we can do that? So first we just, what it does basically, so it's make your effect as what we say offset, but how, I don't know how can I describe it in English. So as you can see here, when we decrease it the value, so it's follow the spline. I don't know how to say that. So let's create a keyframe here, -100, and create a keyframe here and one on 160. I think let's say about 50%. I think, yeah, let's do 50, 15, sorry, no, 50. Control click and let's see what's we getting here. As you can see here, we getting really great effect. Let's make our spline little bit longer, like that. Okay, that's looking great. Now we just hide the spline, and so next step we need to do here, we need to add a freeze field here. Go in your plane scale and go in field tab and add a freeze tab here. Oh, sorry, freeze field. So after that, if you go back and hit play, nothing happen, and because we need to change the mode from none to grow, and click on clear freeze. Make sure you, when you change anything from the freeze tab, make sure you just clear it and again click on freeze. Now if we hit play, nothing happened because we need to change the blending mode from normal to max. Now if we hit play here, as you can see here, something happening, but not that way like we want. So just scroll down and we just decrease the radius from 10 to 5 and change the effect strength from 100 to maybe 10. Let's see how it's work. Now if we hit play, so it's work like we want, but it's really slow. So let's increase the effector strength. So let's see. Now it's working really well. So it's looking great, but as you know, we need something more good looking, and we need to add more randomness to the edges. So how we can do that? So we need to create one more plane effector. So we just create a plane, rename it as plane move, because we just going to move some particle with this plane. So I also apply it in polyfx. So as you can see here, like before, it's just move our all object on y-axis. We just 0 y-axis and add 50% -50, I think, on the axis. So nothing happened because we need to give them fields. So what we're gonna do here, we're going to use our same field we are using in plane for scale. So we just combine those by grouping them just like that, or just hold shift and select them both and right click and click on group field from selection and go back in our plane move and boom. So if now we hit play here, so as you can see here, you can't see too much going on, because if you go on the right side, as you can see here, our, what we say, our particle or polygons come 50 pixel forward from the actual paper. So that's what we want, but that's not looking really good or appealing. So how we can fix that? First of all, we need to give some more randomness to this. So for that, we just simply add one more graph effector called target. When we add target and apply again in polyfx, and make sure you put it between these two, not under or up. So as you can see here, something weird going on. So how we can fix that? For fixing that, we're just going to change the target mode from object to field direction, and now in field we're just going to use random field. So random field, as you can see here, it's apply random field on our this object. So how we can avoid that? So under the random field we just drag and drop our old group field under it, and as you can see here everything is fine. Now if we, so as you can see here it's looking pretty good. So but we need to give them more randomness. Let me show you what I mean. So as you can see here it's growing on the simple smooth line, so we want something, give some randomness to a growing effect. So how we can do that? So first of all we just decrease the strength, effect of the strength, like 25%. Let's see how it's look. Now that's looking better now. So yeah, that's looking better. So but we want to give them some randomness. How we can do that? Go back in group field and in freeze tab just expand that, and you see their radius. So we need to add one more field called random field, and drag and drop your random field under this radius here, make a child. And now if we hit play here, so let's see what's going on. Yeah, now we see some randomness, but as you can see here there is some problem. So there is some particle left behind. So how we can fix that? So for that just click on random field, go down and go back, go in remapping field and increase the inner offset. So let's add 60%. Let's see now what's happened. Yeah, that's fix it. So now that's looking awesome. Now next step, we need to give add material for our burning effect. So how we can do that? So for that we are going to use some field and with vertex map. So how we can create vertex map? Click on your paper, go in tools, go in, not in point, go in tools and click on pen tool. Just press on, just push one click. As you can see here it's create a vertex map. Now we go in vertex, double click on vertex map tag and click on use field, and here you see one field called freeze. Just click on that and clear it, and now you can delete that field. So now we're going to use same field like before, we a group field. So how we can do that? Just add your group field in this vertex map. So immediately nothing happened when you hit play. So let's see what's happened. So as you can see here now something happening. So it's create us these yellow parts. We give them some materials, separate material like burning material. It's not looking really visible, but don't worry, it's really look awesome when we give them some material. So let's give them some material. So if you want now a little bit faster environment, so just right click on your paper and bake as alembic. So it's take little bit time, but after that it's easy to work with that. So let's just bake it. So as you can see here our baking is finished. So now we just copy that effect and take it on new project and paste. As you can see here now we have one animated 3D object with vertex map on it. Now if we hit play, so as you can see here it's pretty fast and already catch all the frames. So let's add more frame, and as you can see here, and recently they also store all the vertex data. As you can see here all the vertex data included with alembic file. So now let's render it. So render and give them some material. So how we can do that? First we just take, okay, we just stop it there. Now we create a new material and paste it on our paper, and now go and click on luminance, uncheck all the boxes, and use effect called vertex map. Now click on vertex and just drag this vertex map in this field. When you do that, as you can see here, it's immediately affecting only on the burning point. So that's looking already amazing. So we need to give them some colors. Go click on again, and vertex map is applying now. Same on that same field, just add colorizer. When you add colorizer, so what it does, so you can have now opportunity to increase the luminance and give them some color. So let's add some burning color like yellow and red on the end, and more red, darker red on the end. So that's how we do that. So that's looking already amazing. So now if we hit play or render, so that's looking great. So let's play it. You're already seeing the magic happen. So that's looking awesome, but there is a problem. We want to add another material on top of that. So how we can do that? For that we're going to use alpha channel. So in alpha channel we just uncheck the image alpha, go in effect and add vertex map. So in vertex map, same vertex map. So what it's allow, now you only have the same, what we say, only the burning area. So but our color is affected. Not, don't worry, we gonna fix that. Now we can create a new material and add before our alpha. So now if we hit render, as you can see here, it's little much, not, it's not visible too much, but we make it visible, don't worry. So for tweak it, that's how we can do that. Go back in your alpha channel and add colorizer on in alpha channel. So how we can do that? Now just increase it like so. That's how we can do this. So that's looking already amazing. Let's apply our paper texture or map texture from our old scene. So I already have it here. We just copy it and paste here. Now we just do that. So as you can see here, it's looking already good. So let's see how it's look. That's fact looking amazing. So let's give them little bit more randomness on the burning area. So go in luminance and add one more channel called distorter. And what it does, it's just randomize your color. So we just add in distorter, we just going to use noise and make it a little bit, we're gonna use Luca for that. Not, where is Luca, and increase it like now if we hit render, so as you can see here, it's give them more randomness. So but there is a downside of distorter. You can't see your, what we say, color in viewport. So you must render every time you want to see here. So we just turn on the active render. Now let's see if we hit play how it's look. Make it a little bit. That's looking great, but there is too much red going on. I think we need to decrease the red. Let's go back in materials, luminance, colorizer, and let's add more white and increase the brightness of the yellow only. Double click on yellow and add more, like 200%. That's too bright, I think. Let's add 150. That's looking great. So now turn on the global illumination for the better view. Let's add global illumination and also add secondary method, add the light mapping. Now if we hit render, it gives you more awesome look, but we need to add some light for that. Let's add simple point light, like from that side. Now just turn on the shadows for the area map. Now if you hit render, so that's what we get. So I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching. I also giving this file in description, you can download it for free and enjoy. Let me know if you have any other question. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.